Hey, hi. Just thought I'd just clear up a couple of misconceptions about the Harley Trike. First up, yes, Harley with training wheels, if that's what you want to call it. Well, I've been riding motorbikes for 55 years. I don't need training wheels. I don't have an issue. Mind you, after last year's incident with a koala, I was on the two wheels at the time and yeah, come off and broke a heap of ribs. Maybe training wheels might have been better for me then. But in all honesty, yeah, the reason we went for the Trike, armchair on wheels, some people say, yeah, beautiful, it's comfortable, it's what we want. We want something that we can go touring on, and that was the whole idea. So the main reason why we went behind went to buy a Trike is Jan 4 years ago ended up with a terminal illness, not long after we bought the Suzuki Boulevard. Between surgery, treatments, medication, she got to a stage she couldn't put the leg over the bike. She lost a lot of balance, she put 30 kilos of weight on. It got very hard for me to hold the bike up to be able to get her on. We had to be careful wherever we park. I had to park somewhere with a high gutter so it's easier for her to get on and off, and just got to say we didn't enjoy the ride. As much as we loved the bike, and I really did like that bike, but it just wasn't practical. We got to a stage we had no interest in going out on it. So it's a case of buy something different. Went out, looked at a few Trikes, looked at the Can-Am Spider. I couldn't come to terms with the two front wheels. So we looked at maybe Suzuki and Honda do Trike conversions. They're a hand-built conversion. There's a few reasons why I didn't go down that path, but the main reason I went for the Harley is it's production built. Something built on a production line. I can walk into the Harley shop, order a part, and get that for that particular bike, rather than buying something that had to be made or built first before it went on. So that's hence why we went down that line. Love the Trike. We travel a lot on it. We got a lot more travel coming up our sleeves. Obviously COVID, when we bought the Trike 2 years ago, we suddenly hit with COVID, restricted to what we did. Made us see a lot more of South Australia, which we love, places I've never been to, and we have a lot of interest in going to places that we haven't been to before. I set up a YouTube channel, 3 on 3 across Oz. So I did that purposely. That was mainly for friends and relatives that want to know what we're doing, where we're up to, and when we go off on holidays, where do we go. So yeah, it just follows our travels. You'll see on there that we go along most anywhere and everywhere, dirt roads, open roads, you name it, we're there. Twisties doesn't bother me. Yes, the bike's a little bit heavier than a two-wheeler when you're trying to put it through the corners, tight twisty roads in particular, but you sort of get used to that, it's not a problem. So but yeah, as far as that goes, the Harley so far to this date done 23,000 Ks. So far has been reliable. I'm more than happy with it, comfortable. You make a few changes to suit yourself. Yeah, Jan loves it, sits on the back quite content, and she'll fall asleep sitting up there, you know, wrapped in around with everything else that's on that bike. You've got no fear of falling off, so yeah, more than comfortable. Okay, so maybe see you on the road at some stage. For those that are on two wheels still and contemplating a Trike, a few have said to me, I'd never buy a Trike, you won't see me on a Trike. Well, unfortunately, in our situation, health was either give motorbikes away altogether or find an alternative. So for us, this is the go. And I've had a few people in various clubs that I'm members of have come up to me and said, what do you think of the Trike? I'm sort of getting to that stage, I think I might have to go that way. And yeah, look, when you get to a stage when you realise you don't bounce, like I clearly didn't last year when I come off, you don't bounce that well, you don't get up and bust the dirt off. I actually end up with 5 broken ribs and a hole through my leg, my knee and my elbow. So yeah, it's not particularly what I want to do it anymore. I don't get that enjoyment anymore. So yeah, hence the 3 wheels, and there'll be no doubt there'll be many of you sitting there thinking, oh, I don't want to do that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens down the track when you get to one, either my age, or you have health reasons that stops you from riding 2 wheels. All right, everyone, keep safe. See you on the road at some stage. We're hoping to head up to Darwin in about 5 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time. So we might even see a few of you on the way. Okay, thank you. Bye. So I just want to add to that. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, yes, it's many moons ago to many people, we travelled England and Europe when we first got married. Travelled England and Europe by motorbike. We had a combi van as well. We did a lot of touring. Like you wouldn't believe some of the conditions we rode in. You know, I would wait every winter, wait till winter finished, and I'd get the bike out in the hope that there was no black ice. Of course, the first time you take it out, it's always a bit early and there's black ice, so maybe I should just put it back in the shed for a while, give it another month. But we took off, we rugged up, we had a top box, we had the tents, we had just a few bags on the side. We took off and we travelled around on that. We loved it. We always said one day we'll travel Australia and we'll do it by motorbike. Now at the ripe old age of 65, that's what we're doing. Obviously COVID was a real issue since we bought the bike, so that restricted us. On top of that, health issues. So now what we do is we just plan short-term stuff, just in between scans and doctor's visits, oncology visits. If we get a clean bill of health, bang, we're on the bike again, plan the next trip, take off, that's it. And then we'll be, just wait for the next lot of reports and get another clear report, we'll take off again. So that's what we do, that's what we're about. So yeah, hopefully, as I said before, we'll be taking off to Darwin pretty soon. We get over this one that I'm dealing with at this stage. So once we're past that stage, we'll be on the bike, loaded up. We actually bought a trailer as well now. So yeah, never thought I'd go down that stage. I always said I'll never tow a bloody trailer behind a motorbike. Well, here we are. So I blame Jan. I blame the amount of stuff I've got to pack for Jan, but it's actually being a mechanic, you know what us mechanics are like. We always got to take everything just in case. It's always the in case. Murphy's Law, they call it. If you've got it, you won't need it. So I'm a bit of a believer of that. Just travelling up to Darwin, I actually want to take a spare front tyre. So that's a bit hard. I could wrap that round Jan and say, well, there's a spare tyre. So anyway, so hopefully, yeah, my next lot of videos you'll see I'll put up will be our trip to Darwin. We're hoping that'll be in about 4 weeks' time. Okay, thank you. And as they say, knees to the breeze. So I can do that sitting on shorts on the trike too. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you do like this, subscribe. I don't know how to do that myself yet, but yeah, click the thumbs up and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm very new to this. I'm still very green. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.